Hey, what's going on? It's the Nothing But Nonsense podcast with the Schnozz. That's me with the big nose and big mouth because I never shut the hell up. Anyways, what's going on? Huh? You doing good out there in Radioland? Radioland, doing good out there in Radioland. Yeah, if you don't get that, that was a Truman Show reference that I screwed up. So there's that. Your boy has some news for you. What did I do today? You want to know? No? Well, that's okay. You're listening to me. You obviously don't have a job or anything else important to do. I went and got a laptop. Um, yeah, I finally actually needed one pretty badly. Um, I was a moron, man. Let me preface this story. So, what was it, last Christmas? It was either last Christmas or the Christmas before. My brother gave me a MacBook, right? What did I decide to do with it, my dumbass? I sold it for some rent money. Could you believe that? But anyways, now moving on. I've moved on to greener pastures. So I ended up, I had enough money saved up. I went around all over God's green earth. I'm cheap when it comes to that. Like I need to make sure that I'm getting the best deal for the amount of money I'm spending, and I ended up getting a pretty decent computer. And it's gonna be nice though, because I could put everything on there and be able to edit everything the way I want to. And that was kind of the need for it, because I really don't like dropping a lot of dime on stuff, and unless it's really necessary. I mean, at the end of the day, all you really need is food. That's it. You got food, you got a place to put your head down. Those are the things that matter. The car. Cars are important. I remember when I lived in LA, dude. Forget that. This is the award. Not having a car in LA, dude, we're doomed for the apocalypse. Just yeah, that was like a little sign, because you're relying on the bus to get you everywhere. Um, so yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. This is pretty bad. But let's talk about the movies, man. The Netflix. You know what they got actually? They got some. Well, I got Prime. What is it? Yeah, I got Prime with stars, and then Netflix, obviously. Doesn't everybody have Netflix? And then if you don't have Netflix, like somebody who has Netflix, so you just use their sign on. Isn't that the way it works? And then if you have like, you're the few and far between, you got HBO, and like Hulu's like what, $5? So yeah, man, I don't know. They're probably just gonna, that's the new cable now. Those are the new channels. You got like Hulu's its own channel with all its unlimited content, and then you got like the HBO Go or Now or whatever, and then you have um, I don't know, Netflix and Prime. But anyways, um, the Inception's on there now on Netflix. Which, if you guys haven't seen that, dude, number one, see it. Number two, after you see it, I want you to try to comprehend how somebody could write that. I don't understand. Christopher Nolan, he's on another level. I don't understand how you could sit down and I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But it's about dreams basically, and the reason it's called Inception. Okay, I guess I am spoiling it. So the reason they call it Inception is because basically in the movie is, Inception is the moment you conceive an idea. So what do they have to do in the movie? It's about like a con artist, right? What am I doing talking about this? This movie came out like in 2012 or something like that. It came out like 8 years ago now. Holy smokes. Um, but anyways, for those of you who haven't seen it, pull your head out of your ass. Go on Netflix because everybody's got it, and do yourself a favor. Set aside a couple of hours and just watch that and try to wrap your head around it. But anyways, so what it's about is, I don't know. It's basically what they could do, and I think it takes place during present day, if not the not too distant future. There's that guy, the guy that filled the trailers. They're making way too many horror movies now. Coming soon to theaters. Guy sounds like he's taking a shit. Um, so anyway, yeah, for the fourth time, getting back to what I was talking about, the ADHD kid over here. Um, no, man, I thought I wasn't playing for a second, but I was recording. Um, so there's this group of con men basically, and they go into people's dreams, and what they're able to do, they're called extractors. So they try to find, like, they'll go into a CEO's mind through their dreams. Don't ask, you just gotta watch it. Um, and what they're able to do is, basically go into their memory and extract, information from them, go inside their heads and find out secrets or whatever. They're for hire. I know it sounds kind of confusing. Basically, they're con men. They go inside people's heads through dreams, and they're able to get information that the person paid them off to get. Anyways, they're hired to do a different job, which is deemed a lot more. Well, they're not necessarily hired; they're blackmailed. But what they have to do is go into somebody's mind and actually plant an idea instead of taking information. They have to plant an idea in somebody's head, which they say is basically impossible, because they need to make it seem like it was organic. There's actually a really good movie quote on that. He's like, when I say, I'm going to butcher this, but he's like, when I tell you don't think about elephants, what do you think about? And then I'm going to butcher his name too, Ken Watanabe. I think about elephants. Sorry, buddy. I love you. You're actually a great actor, and I've seen you in 2 movies, so that's just great. All 2 of them. Yeah. Anyway, so what he says, don't think about elephants. What's the first thing you think about? Elephants. And he's like, yeah. So you gave me an idea. He's like, no. That's not how it works. How do you give somebody an idea? He's like, no, because the genesis came basically. The idea came from him saying, don't think about elephants. I know you're not listening to what the hell I'm talking about. This is going way off the rails. So enough about Inception. What I'm trying to say is you watch that movie and you realize, how the hell does somebody come up with this? We have to go in a dream, within a dream, within a dream to plant an idea in somebody's head. And then you go into the deeper dream, and then you go 5 levels up. And it's like that thing in Alien where you're coming out of the thing, they're popping out of the skin or what. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Anyways, so yeah, I got a laptop. We talked about Inception. Isn't that just dandy? Isn't that great? Then I went to the gym this morning, so that was pretty good. What we're doing is it's one of my buddies and I were working out. He actually had this 6-week challenge that he just won, so good for him, man. Nothing but congrats. So we're hitting pretty hard. We're doing it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger, actually. So what I think I'm going to start doing for the next couple of months is I like old school bodybuilding, really. And the reason I like it so much is because it's one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, in this day and age, we're coming up with so many different, this workout's right, this diet's right, this workout's wrong, this workout's wrong. Why should I do something? Why shouldn't I do something? It's like basically you could look whatever you want up on the internet and you could have it agree with you, just by typing it in. Eating this way is good, instead of why is eating this way good. You could basically just confirm whatever you want to think through the internet. There's too much information, so you don't really know it's true, basically is what I'm trying to say. So what I like about the old school bodybuilding is it stood the test of time. It works. If it stood the test of time, the movements work. Obviously, there's been updated information, and certain exercises you maybe shouldn't do, like, behind the neck barbell press, military press or something like that. But just look at the bodies, man. Look at the proportions. Everything was on point. So basically what I'm going to do for the next couple of months is just taking, looking at old magazines, old books, and just doing those routines. So obviously, like the simple-minded fuck I am, I decided to do today Arnold Schwarzenegger's chest routine from the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. And dude, that's just a crazy workout, man. The amount of volume that guy did is just it's on a different level. But basically, it's he goes like 15 rep warm up, 15 rep warm up, sorry, 15, then 10, then 8, then 6, then 4. Let's say on the bench press, right? I usually start with the incline because my upper chest is kind of weak. But dude, on flat press, not trying to toot my own horn or nothing, because I old toothpick arms and toothpick calves over here. I'm not the strongest tool in the shed, but I was able to do 225 for reps for 2 sets. I got I did 225 for 5 on the first. I was going for 6, but I got 5, so I'll take that on 225. On the second to last set, and the last set I got 4. So what are you gonna do? There you go. Now I just need to get a raise, and I don't know what else do I really need. I need a kitchen table. That's what I need. I'm living like a what is it? The Stugatz over here. I look like old Boxcar Billy, old Hobo Hobart. That was terrible. Hobo. What's the name that starts with an H? Hobo Harry. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, like I got a couch, I got a TV on the floor. I have nothing to put it on. I'm the ultimate bachelor. I love it. I got a funny story for you actually. Not that I'm doing this by choice. One of my buddies was over, and he's like, "Dude, I really admire what you're doing here." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he says, "Man, you live so simply. I got to take notes. You really embrace minimalism." What the? No, it's called being broke. Being poor is what it's called, actually. Your version of minimalism is my reality of poverty. Basically, what that is. I feel like I'm yelling, dude. I feel like my upstairs neighbors are gonna start, stomping down on the floor. I remember when I lived in Chicago, we had some neighbor. It was a concrete building too, so I have no idea how they were able to hear us underneath. But I wasn't even walking around. I had 2 roommates. They would walk around all the time. Whenever I was there, I'd just be in my room, right? Doing nothing. And I'd just be chilling there. Whoa! Was not expecting that. I looked over at I got the TV going on in the background, and I was looking over at the screen, doing the fistful of dollars. Watch this, what I'm watching. Like I said, I'm into the westerns. But there was a really racy scene. Oh, man, she's reaching for oh, buddy. Yeah, this is rough. I think some scumbag outlaw is basically raping this chick, and she's about to blow her brains out. And that totally caught me off guard. I don't understand that. Wow. Sergio Leone, why did you have to put that in there? Whew. Anyways, getting back on track. Oh, yep, she just shot herself. Oh, man. She was beautiful, too. Well, what do you have to have scumbags? These Harvey Weinsteins, I don't know. I'm no saint, but, you got to draw a line somewhere. Come on. A no is a no, right? Anyways, what was I talking about? You ever hear people that talk like that? See the brain cells coming out of their mouth? Yeah, no, I think I was talking about my buddy coming over. He's like, "Oh, yeah, man, you're living a minimalist life." No, I wasn't. I already talked about that. Yeah, forget that. Strike that. Reverse it. Old Willy Wonka there. Crap. No, I was talking about being in Chicago. Yeah, so my roommates would walk around all the time. And then they both went to work. I had the day off, right? So they're walking all over the floor, blah, 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 whatever. I'm just in my room. There's a knock on the door. Bah, 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 bah. Ah, great, what is this? So, I'm in my underwear pretty much. And I go up to the door, rubbing my eyes, open the door. Hey, so I was going, "Keep it down. You guys are always walking." Blah, blah, blah. You yelling at me? But look at me. I'm in my fucking underwear. I'm in bare feet. Just look like I've been walking around. And anyways, I can't remember what I said to him, but that's my story. I know it was the worst story you've ever heard, and I'm probably down to negative listeners, if that's possible. What was that old Rodney Dangerfield joke? My wife, what a cook. She's such a bad cook, we pray after we eat. Oh, my wife, she's such a bad cook. What is it? I can't remember. See, I already fucked it up. Some about cockroaches hanging their necks or something with dental floss. I don't know. Look it up. Go. That's what the internet's for. So figure it out. I'll just keep ranting. Is what I'll do. Um, you know what? Let's take a moment to reflect about 2019 and the great movies that came out of that year, 2019. Dude, I can't even remember what movies there were so many good ones. I still need to see. I saw Uncut Gems, dude, and I still don't know, to be honest with you, if I liked that movie, if I didn't like it. One thing's for sure, it's one of those movies that just keeps on beginning and it sticks with you, in that regard. So it's not a bad movie. I'm just not sure if it will go down as a classic. You know what I mean? I saw Ford versus Ferrari. Tremendous. If you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend it. That was my favorite Matt Damon character, by the way, just playing Carroll Shelby. And I think what I really liked about it, though, too, you could tell it was a big budget, movie, but one of the best parts about it was, number one, Carroll Shelby and, Matt Damon and, not Ben Affleck, who is it? Dude who played Batman. Christian Bale. Yeah, it's Christian Bale. Dude, they played off each other wonderfully. And that was probably my favorite Matt Damon character. They just totally, basically what it is set back in the 60s. And Ford's in a sales slump, at this time. So their marketing team, I guess, comes up with an idea. Hey, if we enter Le Mans and win, that'll pique public interest, and then we'll start selling cars again or whatever. That's kind of the premise, right? So what they have, according to the movie, I don't know if this is true or not, but in Hollywood land it is. They got 90 days. Basically, they're 90 days. They have 90 days to build a car from scratch, right? And have it not only compete in Le Mans, but win. And the rival, obviously, is in the title, Ford versus Ferrari. The rival is Ferrari, who has dominated the Le Mans race, which, if you're not familiar with Le Mans, and I only am basically from, Gran Turismo, and in this movie, it's a 24-hour race, and it's one of the most popular races there are. It's not the same driver. They switch off, but it's done for 24 hours straight, so same car, keeps pitting, and you're just doing that for 24 hours. But they got to go against Ferrari and beat Ferrari. So it shows the development of the Ford GT, or the Ford GT40 in this case, specifically for the Le Mans race, which I guess, they also, obviously later, they made it into the production car, which is crazy. Because if you see one of those in real life, it is way smaller than you think it is. And the reason they called it the Ford GT40 is, believe it or not, from the road to the top of the car, it's only 40 inches. It's 40 inches tall. Gives you an idea. And, if you look it up, Google it, the Ford GT next to other cars, it's so tiny, dude. But anyways, this is great. They mess with Ferrari with mind games and stuff, and I'm not going to tell you much more than that, but you definitely got to go see it. Why I do that? The thing. One of my buddies, right? This ticks me off too. He goes to we're working out. What does he say? I gotta go to Joann's Fabrics. I'm like, hey, you got a dick and balls. What are you going to Joann's Fabrics for, huh? What do you need to go to Joann's Fabrics for? You're a man. That's what I'm trying to say, Guess why? Why? Because we're whipped. Yeah, he's, I gotta go to Joann's Fabrics with my girlfriend. We gotta look at some felt. Gotta look at some velvet. God, what? So you could give your boyfriend a hand job with your soft velvet shit? I don't know where I was going with that, but Joann's Fabric. So that's the joke now. That's what I do. When I see him, and if I feel like being funny, that's what I'll say. Let's go to Joann's Fabrics. I need to get some belt. You have Velcro? Can Can I have some fake fruit? Or what's up with the fake fruit, dude? Hey, this is wax fruit. The hell do you need to spend your money on that stuff for? You ever notice that with some of these um, interior design shits? What's up with that? Why do you need and my mom, she was crazy for that. She would get like wax pears and wax apples and stuff. Why? How would you get a real apple for like 98 cents? What are you buying this wax apple for? It's like $3. Does that make any sense? Go get a real apple. It has nutritional value. Um, and then I don't even know what they're called, but they're like these little, they're like the size of a bocce ball. For all you non-grease ball wops out there, a bocce ball. It's like the size of a softball. There you go. Which if you don't know bocce ball, it's an Italian lawn game. Great for parties. It's great for parties. You should totally look it up. It's a great experience. It brings people together. Anyways, but it's about the size of a softball, right? And maybe you guys have this, maybe you didn't. But they're just like these softball-sized balls with, I don't know, they're like beige and they got little swirly designs on it. But there's really no point. They don't do anything. They just sit around like in a bowl or something. Do you even know what I'm talking about? And if not, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to talk anyway. Man, these cars, dude. I live in an apartment complex, and some of the noises that these cars make. I wish I had a gun sometimes, and I could just pop, throw it through lugs right through the engine block. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, these big brass balls. Now, they're like made out of wood or styrofoam or something like that. But they're just these softball-sized balls. There's a whole bunch of them. They have like similar designs, and they just sit around in like bowls and containers. Can somebody explain to me interior design past like furniture, tables, and bookshelves and like lamps? I get plants. I get interior plants. But could somebody explain to me like bird cages with no birds? It's just like, I have this bird, or hens. What's up with the hens? Why do you need a hen lying around? What do you have, a farm? Or plates or a spoon collect? Why are you spending money on this crap? You know what I mean? I don't know. It goes back to my minimalism. It's called being poor. I have only what I need because that's all I want. But yeah, if you guys know what I'm talking about, can somebody just explain to me why people would spend the money on some of these interior design things? I don't know. All right, it's going off the rails again. Here we go. Chandler, what do you have to talk about? Is this a structured podcast? Do you have any idea what the hell you're going to talk about next? Or is it kind of just off the cuff? Hey, you know what, though? I got an idea. You know what? I wish I was Don Rickles. That man could just go off, go off the cuff, whatever. Let's look at Reddit and see what's going on in the wonderful world of Reddit, because I like that website. Did you guys hear about Ricky Gervais just trashing everybody at the award thing? I don't know if it was the Golden Globes, the Oscars, or the Tony, whatever it is. But he was at that award show, you guys know, and he was talking about like Harvey Weinstein. He was talking about how celebrities can't grasp what real people are going through. Just based off of what I read, I didn't watch it, but I think. Yeah, here we go. Right after Ricky Gervais talks about the Hollywood Foreign Press is racist and doesn't include people of color, the camera zooms out to show just how few people of color were invited to this event. And let's look at the top comment on that one. And that's what I like about Reddit, though, too. These comments, man, they're pretty funny. Yeah, there we go. The Harvey Weinstein joke was amazing. Hollywood is so messed up. They're making jokes about Epstein. Jeez. All right, that's not too funny, but you get my drift over there. Oh, is the movie over? That's all she wrote for the. It was the second one in the Dollars trilogy. It was what's it called? For a Few Dollars More with Lee Van Cleef. Oh, they're Metro Goldwyn Mayer. with the lion. Could you imagine filming that? Have you guys ever seen that picture? If you haven't, look up the MGM original photo. And basically, to take this, they literally had a sound guy and a videographer like right in front of the MG, basically right in front of a lion. You know, that lion with the huge mane that roars and whatever. They filmed that like right there. They weren't standing behind a cage or everything. I'm pulling up the picture now so I can describe it to you. MGM lion. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, dude. So it's this lion, real lion, sitting on a pedestal in front of a old timey microphone. You know, like he's on his own radio show or something. And there's the guy. That camera's got to be 2.5, 3 feet away from the lion. And then there's the sound guy just sitting. And that's crazy. They could not have paid them enough to do that. That's hilarious. I'm going to see if there's any trivia about this. Is there trivia? Useless trivia that you guys don't care about. But that's okay, because this is my podcast, not yours. Thank you, Ivan. MGM strapped Leo the Lion was his name. So I'm trying to figure out when the picture was taken, though. That looks like 20s or 30s. Jeez. Oh, you guys got to look at these behind the scenes photos, dude. Yeah, you like that? Did your ears like that noise? Mine didn't. I know that much. Oh my God, this is messed up. So, okay. Now, so basically, let me describe this. I guess there was this misconception that they strapped the lion to this table, and then they poked his head through the MGM artwork. You know, that little the film circle with the film strips coming out of the sides. It says Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer on the top, and then there's a lion face in the middle. They were showing, you know, what it looks like was there's a lion strapped to a table and his head's popping out, and it looks pretty messed up. You know, it looks like he's about to get tortured or something. You know, like his legs and what is it? His paw? Who was it? It was a hoof. The Goodfellas, anyone? But it looks like, his paws are all like tied up to this table and stuff. But apparently it's just a hoax. Oh my God. Yeah, so somebody made that up in Photoshop, I guess. The original photo is a lion getting an MRI. What? Hold on. Marav Shamir, a veterinary neurological specialist from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, diagnosed Samson was what? After a computer-aided tomography, whatever, the CAT scan, all right, scan on Samson's skull confirmed her suspicions. Oh my God, so today I learned you could give a lion an MRI. Once again, couldn't pay me enough to do that. But that's okay, because we won't talk about that. So yeah, you know, just spouting on here, talking about more Harvey Weinstein. You know, here's why I hate going on the news, dude. It's just so negative. Donald Trump this, Harvey Weinstein that, blah, 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 blah. We're going to war, Iran, World War III, the this, the that. It just does not end. Could we have some positive news, please? Let's see some good stuff that's going on. Let's see. Oh, what's that? What do we got going on here? Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, you know, always make sure you get a good barber. I'm looking at this guy. Picture this guy. And he was supposed to get a fade, but yeah, it looks like a shaved ball sack with some Hitler pubes on top, dude. That's not good. We don't want that. They said no bueno. Is anybody even listening at this point? Am I just talking about random things? Chandler, nobody cares. We hope you enjoy your video with 20 views and 1 minute wait time. Wow, really doing things. 2020 is my year. Did I think it's still 2019? Did I say that at the beginning? Does it matter? Does anybody care? Oh, that's right. Nobody gives you shit. So yeah, guys, I know that was a failure to deliver. That was just a bore of a podcast. But at least you have the gift of living another day and the gift of freedom. If you don't want to listen to me, you don't have to. Isn't that just wonderful? Actually, whenever you want to complain or be bothered by something, just realize that outside of a few situations, you really have the choice to do what you want outside of your job. That's pretty much you got to do what they say. If you're working for the man, if you're working for Donald Draper. Um, anyways, I hope you guys just had a great time. I hope you enjoyed this. Because happy trails to you until we meet. Well, yeah, I'm running out of gas over here. I gotta play with my laptop, watch some inappropriate stuff. Oh, that's my New Year's resolution, by the way, is giving up the smut over there. I gotta stop that, dude. It's like I'm copying Bill Burr too much. Let's not do that. Yeah, what do you do in these situations? You address it. No, but for real though, I gotta give up the porno. That's my resolution. No more playing the skin flute like it's a trombone. We're not doing that no more. So what are we gonna do? Whenever I get the urge, I'm gonna read a poem instead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But I don't know. Just do something else. Go for a walk. I don't know. It's just something I'm gonna do. I don't have too many vices. That's about it. And just really focus on. I have a couple of goals for 2020. Mainly just staying consistent with stuff. There's a YouTube channel I'm getting into. And just good stuff like that. Obviously, the podcast. So if you listen, I really appreciate it. And then if you want to trash me, just go ahead and put, if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, go put some stuff in the comments, and I'll call you guys out. Anyways, I really appreciate it. You have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you.